the same time, I think it's interesting that there's an expression that we use of, someone being unnatural. And it means, I guess, in most senses, that someone doesn't have to be taught. That, whatever it is that they do, it's not from learning, but they just do it automatically. And I would distinguish Janet by saying that sure, she was a natural, but she was also natural. And so this idea of her being deviant or somehow unusual or radical, I think is because she was so natural. And because that's so rare, that you have someone who is actually themselves. And has no problem being themselves, know that they're being different, and at the same time is just nonstop with being who they are anyway. And I think that's probably one of the things that people may have found exceptional and unusual and divergent, but I think everyone has this in them. And I think this was also Janet's brilliance, was that she was able to bring it out in people and to do it spontaneously.
We were not ready for this at all. You're not. Go over there. Everybody go over there. Go over there. Go over there. I can do this once. Get over there. I can do it once. So not everybody's ready for it. That's just the way it is. Basically, when you do your releve, turn that way. No. You use your hip socket, and when you do a press or pressure releve, you move your hip socket over your toe. Right? So it's very important that you don't move it just there. Right? Now we know you go a little forward, you move your hip socket over your toe. That is how we releve most of the time. Except you also have another possibility, which is to spring, as you would in Susu. When you move your feet under you. Anyone who's done point work? Susu. So in a Susu, you do this, right? Boom. Then you have to relax your knees and move them out. That can be done on one foot, and it's very efficient. It's so efficient because instead of you moving your body over your toe is coming under your body. In one quick moment. It's so efficient. But it's not going to work unless you know exactly where it goes. For instance, let's say I only get to here. See that? Now watch what I have to do. So then it's not efficient anymore. Your toe has to come to where your heel was, under you, and then you relax your knee and move it back out. Not everybody's really ready for this, but I'm going to have you try. And if I see that it's really a disaster, I'm going to tell you not to do it. Don't take it so badly, and just leave it for next time. It really has to come under you more than you can imagine. Like, let's see. I'm going to pull some volunteers over here. Come on, Marie. Yeah, come here. Come tone on your good foot. Stand on one leg, plie. Plie and releve up. Oi, see, they did not bring their toes in there. Once more, plie. Yes, and once more. Up. Oh, no. Okay, come down. I see the whole thing was for naught. So all three of you are doing this. Go over there. Go over there. You're doing something between a pressure releve and a spring. So you kind of all went. What? That's not your body over you. Under you. Really under you. Did we under? I'm not sure.
They want to try it again.
They do. Try it again. Yeah? And under you. much better. When you plie, and no, you you plie, you can't lift your heel up. Right. 3, I don't care how many, actually, well.
I think Janet was probably one of the first person that truly understood my potential as a dancer and probably as a dance creator also. At the time I was really not technical at all, and I had failed some audition to enter like in school like parts and stuff like this, and I knew that she was immediately, you have something special. She was always telling me you're like a fountain of movement. I don't know where it's coming from, but you definitely has this incredible strength. So it was extremely empowering to hear from someone that had such an experience, and that was, you know, so I in that sense, she was really like one of these first person that gives you a certain level of confidence, even though I could pretend doing the bar pretty well at her class. I would always swim in the center, especially all the first class. I used to take her children class also, and she would send her little students of 8, 9 years old come to correct me, imagine. So I mean, but she always was incredibly encouraging, and she always made me think that it was not because I was not mastering the technique that I was not going to be a dancer. And that's for me what, you know, like I could feel Janet was connecting worlds, because she was like connected to very big companies and knew a lot of very renowned people, especially from the perspective of someone that just had started. But she was not putting hierarchy in the sense that if she would believe in you, she would talk to you very directly, like you are already an established artist in a way, which I was absolutely not back then. But I just remember that we tuned immediately, and later on as I developed, and I could feel that she came to see me performing when I also performed in New York, and with people like Meredith Monk and like all this, you know, my career developed, and she was always keeping the same openness and the same interest and the same encouragement all the way through. So in that sense, she's someone that remained in my life for 25 years or something. And I've known her through different phases. I came to visit her when she went through her first cancer, back in, when was it, like 2008 or 2009. But she would come to see shows. We met once in Japan.
So, what was your first impression of Janet's teaching?
I remember being quite young when I first did the workshop. We just calculated I was 15, so I was still quite young, and I didn't have a lot of experience with different teachers. But I remember her being very, I guess you can say, straightforward with the things that she had to say, but always in a very respectful manner. And I think this was something that I really found comfort in, also in that place in my life, because I think I almost felt quite professional, even though I wasn't that great maybe, but I think I could feel that she could really put trust in me and what I had to say. And I think this was really nice for everybody to experience. And this was something that was very particular to her class.
That's what I was feeling too. So much, and also looking into the faces of the others. Somehow there was such comfort in the room. Yes, of course we're all working and we tried our best, but somehow I felt very, very relaxed at light. I came from the other side, not being very young, but already being 56 years old when I did the workshop with her. actually I had the chance to realize something which was before actually the training or the exercises, her way of teaching came up to me. It was she as a, or her as a person. I mean, already when she entered, it was funny for me, especially at that age, of course, warming up, and you look at the youngsters, lots of them were, of course, much younger than me. And it was just like, she didn't enter, you know, she didn't kind of have, for me, she didn't need this kind of attitude. She was just from tip to toe dancer and fulfilled with what she had to share. And so I was, with my age and experience, so much invited to start from scratch, actually. I mean, yeah, I had my story and my knowledge, kind of, my way, but she invited me to start on that day new, somehow. And that was for me the nicest experience over lots of workshops, because she didn't need to press anything on me. That's the comfort probably you meant, no?
Yeah, I think she was, you could really feel how self-assured she was in what you also said, what she had to say, that I didn't feel this need to prove myself, that I think a lot of, especially in ballet, a lot of dancers struggle with. And this gave me a lot of sense of safety.